What's going on, guys? This is Matt Tech Studios, and this is my OnePlus 7 Pro repair. First thing you saw me do was heat up the screen just to loosen up the glue. Next thing I'm going to do is get my pry tool and suction cup and just pry around the perimeter of the screen. These type of screens, you can't really preserve anything off of it, even if you did get the whole assembly off at once, or if you did just get off the glass. The OLED is pretty much glued to the frame, so getting that frame off and preserving it is pretty difficult. But like I said, you're just gonna pry around it and pretty much just try to keep the screen a little bit warm around at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and just use a suction cup to keep prying it up if it does try to bond back to the frame. As you work your way around, you'll notice that certain parts you gotta be mindful of. That left side bottom corners where that cable lies, you don't really want to snag it because you don't want to pull anything from the bottom on the motherboard or the logic board. Once you get it off, mine came off just with the glass and digitizer at first, because the OLED is glued directly to the main frame. The frame, just like I said earlier, so you're gonna have to kind of tug and put more force onto there. Afterwards, next what I did, which is what most people actually start off with, I worked my way around the back of the assembly of the OnePlus 7 Pro. I was first at try using a piece of plastic because I didn't want to crack the back, but it did turn out actually more durable and flexible than I assumed. I first applied heat to it as well, just to loosen up the glue to make sure it didn't crack, or at least assist with preventing the cracks. Once you are able to remove the back glass, there is a cable holding that is attached to it. I'm pretty sure it's the wireless charger, but don't quote me on that, or the NFC. And that needs to be removed to preserve that, so you don't tear it. Depending on what type of replacements you're doing, you can actually keep it attached, but it's recommended to remove. The next thing I did was remove the 8 screws on the bottom that is holding down the speaker. After removing that, you will be presented with the screen cable, so you can start processing to put on the new screen. And personally, just from also other reviews, testing the screen before assembling it back onto the front is best recommended, because you can go through the test making sure that the digitizer is fully responsive, the colors are accurate, the 90 hertz is actually corresponding correctly, all in all. So when it came to testing the screen, I just did the basic, making sure the screen actually turned on. And then afterwards, I made sure that I entered the password, the digitizer was responsive. And then we went into the color testing. You get to this by pressing the star pound 808 pound. And then it will go to the screen testing. And then it will just make sure that it's made by the correct manufacturer. And if it was to tell you whether or not that it's passed. Now I'm just basically just reassembling the back of the phone, putting it back together. That after knowing that I have successfully tested the screen properly, put the screen, fed the cable through the front end of the screen, making sure that it will fit properly, clamping it in, and then screwing the screws back in. So then you pretty much do what you did at the start, and just in reverse, and you're pretty much done with this phone. I hope y'all liked this video. If y'all did, make sure y'all give it a thumbs up. Comment down below whatever phone y'all want me to do a review or a repair on next. And subscribe if you haven't already. I also do tech reviews, vlogs, and more. Peace.